Hi guys. Well, I think the we have to be balanced, just like we were on Wednesday night. It felt an important victory, but I think uh, obviously we settled in the game and we thought we was doing it really comfortably. Then we conceded a poor goal, and then we were on the back foot. But I think the pleasing thing over the last 3 days, because we've had some, I suppose, real big conversations about where we want to go and how we want to do it, and how far we want to push. And I think Wednesday night was a real reality check and a real big moment for us as a club, where we decide which way we want to go. Do we want to be average, accept that, 3 games on an unbeaten run and we've started well and everyone seems to be patting us on the back, or do we want to really go for it and become a real good football team, a tough football team, and a team that wants to go places? And I think those are the conversations that we had, and the players took brilliant responsibility. It's a big moment for them as a group, and the big players stood up. There was a lot of questions asked of them on Wednesday night. They're thinking about the DP players, thinking about the experienced players, and they all took accountability, drove the rest of the group the last 2 or 3 days in training, and ultimately at 2-2 with 6-7 minutes to go, the big players stood up and won us the game. And what I said to them at the end is that the main focus of me for the next six to 8 months is building a culture, building a spirit, building a togetherness that we can look and be proud of and fight like we did in Nashville, Philadelphia, Atlanta, LA Galaxy, that we didn't show against Montreal. And I'm super proud of them, but also we've still got an awful lot of work to go, and I feel no different tonight than what I did on Wednesday in terms of the length or the amount of work that's needed at this football club to keep drumming home where we want to get to, because there's great expectations on this football team. Every game seems a big game for this club, and I know I'm waffling on a little bit, but I think we need to accept that and rise to it and accept it and enjoy that challenge. And I hope that we're beginning to do that.
Thank you, Phil. Let's go into some questions. We'll get started with Michelle, and then we'll go to Kobe. Michelle, you're off mute.
Hi, Phil. Congratulations. Big win for you guys. I wanted to ask you about kind of the obvious first question, but the decision to start Fede over Pizarro, and what went into that decision? What did you tell Rodolfo? And, just kind of talk us through that decision, because I know you were wavering back and forth on that.
Yeah, it was Fede's earned the right to play. I think it's as simple as that. And what I wanted from Rodolfo was the same kind of influence when he came off the bench as what Fede had in the previous 4 or 5 games. And I think you saw that from both of them. Fede, probably the first chance that Rodolfo has had in the season, when keeper makes an unbelievable save when he nearly sticks in the back of the net. So, look, we've got a team of really good players. We've got a squad of good players. And, regardless of who you are or what your standing is in the team, we send out the best team to win the game. Rodolfo is going to be a big player for us. I'm convinced of that. Sometimes you just probably need to be brought out the line to be put back in later on, a couple of games, maybe 1 or 2 games, when you can have more of effect. And ultimately, I think everyone on the call would agree, Federico Higuain has been probably one of our best players, and deserved the chance to play today.
Thank you, Michelle. Kobe, you're off mute.
Hey, Phil, congrats on the win on the road. Kind of following up on Michelle's question about Federico, how did you, see him hold up? I know you mentioned he hadn't played a full 90 in a couple of years. This also seems to be the most minutes he's played since that injury. So how physically did you see him hold up today?
I did bring him off because of his tiredness. And I said to him in the pre-match today, you're playing 90 minutes. Don't think you're just going to be a 60-minute player. You're playing 90 minutes. He went, you bet I am. So I brought him off because I wanted to tactically change it a little bit. Carranza is chomping at the bit. I thought he was sensational when he came on. I've got to say, I thought his work rate, his positional, his defending from the front, which allowed then Gonzalo to pick up the ball in the number 10. I had to keep some kind of I've seen quality in that position. Somebody that can make the pass, somebody that can make that turn, the half turn, link the play. And as proven probably when Gonzalo scored, he turns, he plays the ball wide, and then he gets in the box to score. So it's a position that I see Gonzalo playing in as well, in the number 10 position. Now that Julian is back, Julian's going to get a lot of minutes. I've told him that, and he has to trust me on that. And it gives us another dimension when he comes on, because it allows us to be a bit more aggressive in the press. I actually forgot your question, Colby, to be honest with you. What was your original question?
It was just how do you physically see him hold up, and I guess also like what do you think of his performance in the starting role?
Fede.
Fede.
Yeah, he was brilliant. He was brilliant. I was really pleased with him.
For sure. Thank you.
Thanks, Colby. Sorry about that.
All good.
Next up, let's go to Franco Panizo and then to Michael Franca. Franco, you're off mute.
Thank you, Jackie. Phil, congrats on the victory. Wanted to ask you about the other Higuain, Gonzalo Higuain. Obviously, he gets 2 goals today. The star of the show, or got the headlines because of those pair of goals. What did you see from him today, and how will those goals help him in terms of his confidence? They're his first goals in MLS from the run of play. Thank you, Phil.
Gonzalo, he's been suffering. You know, if you've lost a parent, and I have, he's been suffering. I think you saw that in the last couple of games. It's easy to have a look. It's easy to criticise professional footballers for their performance on the field without understanding what is going on in their personal life, what's going on in their mental state. And when you lose someone as important as what the mother was to Gonzalo and Federico, you know, people handle it in different ways, and he's been emotionally struggling. His family's arrived in Miami today. That's given him a massive boost. And I spoke to him on Thursday and Friday about how to deal with losing a parent, you know, and you can, as a manager, you've got to have these conversations. It's not about football. You've got to help a player. And he was brilliant, and he was really open. And what he did promise me, and you can write this, is that he promised me he was going to score 2 goals in every game of the next 3 games. He promised me that he was going to win the game for us. And you know what, you think you take them little comments with pinches of salt, but then the big players can do that. And Gonzalo is a big player for us. And I was really, really pleased and proud of him today. I know it's a big moment for him. And I'm looking forward for him to go home, and he's not seen his wife, his children for a long, long time. And I'm hoping that he has the next couple of days. I'm giving him the next couple of days off to relax with his family. And he's going to be a big player for us. The big players stand up, and he's done that so far this season.
Thank you, Franco. We're going to go to Michael Franca, and then we're going to take 1 question each from Kobe and Franco as final follow-ups. Michael, you're off mute.
Hey, Phil. Congrats on the win. Just wanted to ask about 2 players. First, about Breck Shea, playing a little higher up the field and then grabbing the opening goal, and what you saw from him. And then also John McCarthy, who came up huge with a couple big saves, including 1 big diving save in the first half. So just wanted to get your thoughts on their performances.
I thought John was probably, obviously Gonzalo got the plaudits. John was probably the man of the match for me. I thought his saves, his composure, his kicking ability, the composure he's giving the team, I think is really good. And what I love about John is that he's the first to hold his hand up when he makes a mistake. He's the first to hold his hand up and challenge people when they're not doing well. And you know, I've said to him in the dressing room that was a big performance for him, and he won us the game really with them saves, particularly in the first half, and his composure in the second half. So I'm pleased with John. I know we've signed Nick Marsman, and I know there's going to be a great challenge for that position. But John is really impressing everyone in and around the coaching team, and Mark Mason and Seba, the goalkeeping coaches. So we're really pleased with John. He was really good. And I've got to say, Victor Joa, playing at right back out of position, he's sacrificing himself for the team, and he's defending well. He's finding himself in positions that are really foreign to him, but he's just enjoying the challenge. And you know, I think he can be really proud of his performance as well.
Thank you,
Breck Shea, sorry. Breck played probably in his best position today, on the left wing, a little bit higher up. probably, well, he should have had 2 goals if Gonzalo hadn't have gone in the way. And you know, I think what you saw today was the Breck Shea that we all know. He's athletic. He was a danger. He was a threat. He helped Sammy Khedira, particularly in that first half, to help him settle in. And we freshened it up on that left hand side and brought Jay in and Jovin, who I thought was really good when he came on as well. So I'm pleased. I'm pleased with all those squad players that are doing really good jobs for the team.
Thank you.
Thanks,
I will go to
Mike.
Franco, and we'll take one quick question from Franco and Kobe, but guys, keep it quick because Coach has given you guys all great answers. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie.
Thanks again, Jackie. Phil, just wanted to ask you about your positioning of Blaze. It seemed like you guys set up a little bit differently, maybe to help in the build out or maybe to shore things up defensively. Just wanted to get your reasoning for that, what you were looking for with Blaze there. It seemed like he came to pick up the ball a little bit more than he normally does, and even occupy spaces in between the 2 center backs at times. So I just wanted to get your thought process behind
Yeah,
that,
well,
how you think the team did in that. Thank you.
Well, I think to be honest with you, Franco, we played. It was the same position that we wanted. You know, we didn't change much in that centre midfield, but the one thing that we did change was the fact that we wanted the team to play the ball into midfield more, to play central more, to trust Blaze and to trust Gregory on the ball, 2 really good players. So for the last 3 days, you know, I said to him about, you have to play the ball. I don't care if there's somebody up their backsides, if they're marked. I want to trust us playing the ball centrally rather than play the ball wide. They were really, they wanted to press us wide and not through the middle. So I wanted us to play through the middle in central areas. And that's where I thought, you know, Gregory and Blaze at times in the first half really caused them problems. Blaze demanding the ball off his teammates was what I expect from a player of his quality. And that's what he gave us.
All right, thank you. Kobe, final.
Sure, appreciate it. How important, Phil, was it for you to see this response from the team coming off on Wednesday, especially I think you guys have 2 more games after today going into what will be, I think, a 2-week break from play?
Yeah, it hurt. It really hurt Wednesday. I've got to say, I was really, you know, you have that sickly feeling in your stomach after a defeat. You can lose games like LA Galaxy and feel really positive and think, oh yeah, that was like my team playing. That was like what I wanted to see an Inter Miami team. On Wednesday night, it was anything but, and I think that's what hurt more than anything. But it's also, you know, I give the team Thursday off to clear their minds and ultimately for me to think we've still got a big job to do. And that was how I attacked from Thursday morning. I moved on very quickly and we got back to basics a little bit. And today I thought we were a lot more compact. And maybe I've got to say this after the game. I said to the coaching staff that I feel as if with this team we're going to get 3-2s, 2-1s. We're going to be excited. We're going to get incredible highs and maybe some lows. I think we're that kind of team at this moment in time where we're going to take people right to the very, very, very close to having that, you know, like little bit of chest pain. So I think we're going to be that type of team where we can be exciting, we can be a little bit frustrating, but it's work in progress. There's still a long way to go. And Wednesday night I thought was a real gut wrenching one where I was really disappointed. I think it hurt everyone. Hurt everybody in the club, and today was more about returning to what we thought and what we've been coaching and what we've been talking about, and that is the spirit and the togetherness and the fight and the hard to beat mentality and never say die. I think a team that comes back from what we did today is shows a good sign that we've got something going.